Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits.
It is wabbit hunting season here in Fortnite, as I'm sure a lot of you have had a chance to try out the new hunting rifle. However, I'm sure a lot of you are finding out that the hunting rifle is very hard to use, and a lot of people have been saying it's underpowered. I do agree with this, but also I think there's a better strategy you can go about using it. I've actually had quite a lot of success using this, and I think you guys can too. So I'm going to compile my tips on what I think you guys can do to help you make the hunting rifle as effective as possible. Let's get into it. Kicking things off with some gun info for the hunting rifle. It is a bolt action sniper without a scope for those of you who haven't had a chance to try it out yet. It has a single shot very similar to the bolt action sniper, it just does not have that scope. The rarities for it are uncommon and rare, so the green and blue. Uncommon deals 86 damage to the body and 165 plus to the head. Rare deals 90 damage to the body and 175 plus to the head. So if you get a headshot, you can really deal a one shot, but it's very, very hard to do a one shot kill with this gun. Also, the hunting rifle can be found in treasure chests and floor loot, so it's very common to find around. I get one just about every game if I'm really looking for one, so you guys should be able to stumble upon it pretty frequently. Moving on to when to use the hunting rifle. So a big part of being good with a gun is your situational awareness on when should I be using this. Obviously you don't use a shotgun from long range, and you don't use a regular bolt action sniper from very up close. So when should you be using this hunting rifle? Now the obvious answer is medium long range combat. So it doesn't have a scope, it's not the best at very far away, and you can't really be hitting no scopes with this up close unless you get a little bit lucky or you're just godlike in the game. So medium long range is going to be your happy medium there, and that's where you're really going to start mowing people down. Another situation I found to work out really well for me is when somebody is charging at me in a straight line and I build up a ramp. This gives me a really easy way to shoot straight at them. I can line it up, hopefully hit that headshot, getting that one shot kill, but if not, I at least body them before they charge me. Two other situations are when you're sneaking up on somebody. Getting them with a hunting rifle shot is a great way to enter in a fight with that damage advantage, and sometimes hopefully you can hit that headshot. Other than that though, we have base combat. So if I'm building up and somebody else is building up at medium range, I can usually pop off a hunting rifle shot and hopefully land that headshot to dome them really quickly. If you body them, that's a great opportunity to charge in, build up some ramps, and fire off a shotgun shot to finish them off. Along with when to use the hunting rifle, of course we have when not to use the hunting rifle. Close range is obviously, like we just talked about, not the best place to use it because the shot's unpredictable when you no scope, and it's really hard to hit a quick scope with it. I mean, you can, but again, you gotta be God status to do that, and that is something that I do not have the novelty of being. Getting into the characteristics of the gun, very long range isn't the best option for this gun. I've hit like a 240 something meter snipe that I'll show you right here, but that was pretty lucky. I don't get that very often, and I've missed way more long range shots than I've hit with this gun. The bullet drop and the no scope really hurt it from long range, and the bullet drop also hurts you from close range. The last situation I'm really going to stress on when not to use this is when your targets are strafing back and forth. It's really hard to hit those. I'm not too great at that, and I recommend that you guys don't try that if you want to get the most success with this weapon. The best situations, as we talked about, medium long range combat, someone's running at you in a straight line, sneaking up on somebody, and in base combat. Now that we've kind of gone over the situations of when to use and when not to use the hunting rifle, let's talk about what to use it with. I highly recommend always having an assault rifle or a burst rifle right next to the hunting rifle in your inventory. You can also have a scoped AR or just anything that you can really pop off extra shots after shooting with the hunting rifle. Unfortunately, the hunting rifle does not deal a ton of damage right now, and I'd have to agree with a lot of people that are saying it's kind of underpowered right now and not balanced in the game. So when you really hit that shot for only 86 or 90 damage, you need that assault rifle or burst right next to it to finish off that kill. I've also found grenades or anything that deals explosive damage to be very useful next to it as well. You hit that shot, somebody might start building, and you can clean them up with the grenades or explosive damage. Let me know down in the comments below what you really found to be the best complement with the hunting rifle. I, of course, always prefer the assault rifles, so you know, the SCAR or the blue AR. But I want to hear what you guys really like to use next to it, because maybe there's something I just haven't tried out yet. It's only been out for a couple days, so I want to hear exactly what works for you. To put this more into perspective that you guys might understand if you haven't had a chance to really use the hunting rifle, it's very comparable to the current pump situation. So hopefully with the pump shotgun, you headshot somebody for 200 damage, boom, they're dead. But the pump got nerfed, and a lot of times you'll hit somebody for only 20 through maybe 80 damage. In that case, you need something right away to switch to, say an SMG and AR, to finish them off really quickly, maybe a tac shotgun as well. But the pump is not sufficient on its own, and that is the same case with the hunting rifle. It's basically the long range pump right now. Sure, you can land a headshot with the hunting rifle and end somebody really quickly, but there's a very high chance that you don't headshot them, you hit them with a body shot, which still deals a good amount of damage, but you gotta clean them up with something else. You can't just rely on the hunting rifle. Getting into sort of the strategies that work best with the hunting rifle, we're gonna talk about the double rifle, the high ground, and precision situations. In terms of double rifle, you can use double hunting rifle, but I don't really recommend it. I've tried it out and it's worked in some situations, but it also hasn't worked. You can fire off 2 shots really quickly, but oftentimes the shots are hard to hit consecutively, and your enemies have time to build their way out of it if you miss even one of the shots. Now in terms of the high ground is always key in Fortnite, but it becomes doubly true here with the hunting rifle. Building staircases, building anything to get yourself above your enemy is going to help you so much with the hunting rifle because it exposes their head more. The headshot is key with the hunting rifle. If you don't get a headshot like I talked about above, you need something else to clean them up because the hunting rifle takes way too much time to churn out another shot. Make sure you're building yourself up. The way I like to do it is 2 stairs down, 2 stairs another level up, and then I build walls around that to protect it from getting shot down, to where then I can pop off a shot and hopefully land that headshot. A big key with the hunting rifle is getting down your hip fire, so your center of the screen. You gotta know where your center of your screen is, because the hunting rifle actually zooms in relatively far in third person without a scope. It's really nice. You can see pretty far down, but it helps if you can already kind of turn yourself to where you're on the enemy and then zoom in, rather than zooming in and then turning all the way over to the enemy, because it takes way too long to pan. So in terms of high ground, build yourself that high ground, make sure you have the center of the screen where you want to aim, and then zoom in and pop off a headshot. Lastly, we have precision situations. So this is an underrated strategy with the hunting rifle that I don't think a lot of YouTubers and players are really taking into mind. I'm talking about the situations where maybe you have a little bit of a window of opportunity to get off a snipe. Maybe you see somebody that is built up, they're healing, but they're underneath the staircase, so it's a very tiny window. Well, the hunting rifle is actually very precise in these situations. As you're gonna see me do here in the video, these 2 guys were healing up while my teammate and I were very hurt, and instead of taking out a shotgun and rushing them where they might have been able to hit me, I took the angle with the hunting rifle, popped off 2 shots inside that window, and eliminated both of them, and they couldn't even see me because I had that precision advantage with the hunting rifle. I think this is a strategy that definitely goes underrated with the hunting rifle, and I think people are going to take advantage of it when they start realizing how advantageous it can be to pop off those shots, because you don't put yourself at risk of being shot, and you're always going to have the option, if you miss, to whip out your shotgun and go back to the old strategies. Alright everybody, that does it for the hunting rifle guide. I hope you guys really enjoyed. I've been using the hunting rifle non-stop since it came out, trying to get you guys clips, get you guys my best tips for it, and I hope this was helpful. Thanks again for all the support on the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. We're going to keep churning out videos. Leave your suggestions in the comments down below. We want to get to as many of the guides and stuff you guys are looking for and cover all of them in a timely fashion. This has been Colt from the Rodey Bros. Thanks again, guys. We got giveaways on the way, and I will see you all in the next video.